that we do. Work that we do is work that we do.
I'm Danny DeMarco. I'm 43 years old. I'm an English teacher at Benning Oaks High School.
Question number one, real simple. How did you get this job?
Well, specifically at Benning Oaks?
Sure.
Okay, well, I just finished my teacher certification, and I had just gotten married, and I needed a job. And I put my application in and cover letter to probably about, I'd say 100. It was a numbers game, right? Life. I was going to interviews, and I wasn't. I'd leave the interview like, oh, that's it. I got it, and nothing. I'd hear nothing. I'd call them back. They went a different direction, and it was getting close to the end of summer. School year was about to start, and I got a call from Andy, our director, for an interview. I couldn't find the place, and I was really. I just interview after interview all year. All summer was just driving me nuts, and I almost went home. So I pulled into a parking lot, just kind of composed myself, and found Benning Oaks. Had an interview with Andy. It went awesome, but I didn't have any hopes because they all went awesome, right? They all make you sound like you got the job. And Andy called me right away and offered me the job. I was like, I'll take it, and so yeah, it was pretty good. It was meant to be, obviously.
Education. What education do you have?
I have a bachelor's degree in English literature from the University of Texas at Arlington, and I have master's degree work in both English and teaching education. I did my teacher certification through University of Texas at Arlington. Had a program where you get your teacher certification through their Masters of Teaching and Education. So I went and did it through that. So I have about a half of a master's degree. So, maybe one day I'll go finish it.
Strange question to ask a teacher, but how do you spend your day?
I spend my day in fiction. That's what I always say. It's like the greatest job in the world because I get to live my work life outside of reality. I get to be in other countries, or I get to be in other states or other realms or other worlds. In whatever book I'm teaching, I get to be creative. That's always what I wanted in life, was to have a job where I got to do what I loved, and that's it. I get to live outside of reality for the 6 hours I'm here, and that's how I spend my days in fiction.
Best part of the day. You're up here, you're hanging out. What's the best part?
My best part of the day is teaching. I would say is my best part of the day. I have such a passion for this stuff, and being at Benning Oaks, I get to, we're not a public school where I have to follow this outdated curriculum, or this curriculum that is forced on the teachers and the administrators and the students based on who has the most money or whatever business is trying to get into the school system that day. So I get to teach them books and poetry and stories and plays that the kids at public schools sadly aren't going to get to know. They're still reading the same tired stuff we read when we were in high school.
Well, we'll switch to the other side of the coin.
All right.
Best part of the day, worst part of the day.
I guess the worst part of the day is when I have some students that aren't meeting my passion, or I can't reach. I feel like I do a good job of reaching them for the most part, but you always get a few that you can't reach, and it's sad to me. And I don't take it personal. You can't take anything personal as a teacher. You do that, you're not gonna be a teacher for very long, not a good one anyway.
Would you say this is your ideal dream job?
Absolutely. It's my ideal dream job. The best thing about being a high school teacher is you get to see results every year. Well, I get to see what on the stage these products that I wouldn't call them products, but these students and these kids that I have helped move on to the next stage of their life, whatever it is, if it's college, if it isn't college. My teaching style is, I try to blend that if you're going to college, then I'm going to have you ready for that first composition class. If you're going out into the real world, well, then you're going to be a good writer, and you're going to, understand what you're reading.
What advice do you have to give to someone that's thinking about becoming a teacher?
Good question. It's an awesome question. The best advice I would give to aspiring teachers would be don't take anything the kid does personally or the student does personally. I've seen it too much in my time as a teacher. Teachers because once you start taking it personally, you've lost the passion for it. You're not and you're not understanding them. And it's important for your teachers to understand that when these students leave the building, they're not thinking about us anymore. They have lives and they have troubles and worries, and home life isn't always stable. And sure, you can't let them be disrespectful to you or to other students, and that's a different issue. But if they don't want to do the work, it's not like they're not wanting to do it because they hate you specifically. It's not that. It's because there's an issue going on. And yeah, you have to get them to do the work at some point, but you have to be compassionate about it. And you just got to be compassionate.
Are there any misconceptions that are common misconceptions that people have about what a teacher is? Sure.
I mean, I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there that people think that teachers are just babysitters, and you kind of are, but we're also mom and dad to them, and we're educators, and we're all kinds of things, and it's one of those situations where if somebody thinks what a teacher does isn't important or isn't hard, then they should come try it for a day, and they'll see that it's not for everybody.
I always say this is the strangest question I have in my question bank. Do you get to listen to music while you work? And if so, what kind?
All right, awesome. I don't do it as much as I used to do it. I used to when I was reviewing for tests, and I'd have back in the day I used to use a overhead projector, and now we use the television. But I used to always have background music playing, and it was always something light. I mean, I'm a indie rock, post-punk, new wave guy, The Cure, so it was something like that. Is Depeche Mode? I'd put that on and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I'd play that stuff while we were doing it. I don't do it as much now, but I absolutely could.
Do you get vacation time?
I do get vacation time. Since we're a small private school, I don't get the summers off, because I'm the only English teacher, so I'm needed. I wouldn't want the entire summer off, but I still get I'd say at least 5 weeks off in the summer, which is plenty of time. Usually the week before summer school starts, a week during 4th of July, and in about 3 weeks, the entire week, almost the entire month of August off. So yeah, plenty of times. 2.5 weeks for Christmas and spring break, and yeah, plenty of time off. Definitely a perk of being a teacher.
We're down the road. We're way down the road, and we're thinking about retirement. Do you think about retirement, and do you have plans for after this, or are we just living in the moment?
Well, obviously, I mean, I have 4 kids, so it's something that I don't think about that much right now. I guess dream-wise, my dream would be to retire someday and finally write that novel I've always wanted to write.
We're almost done. We got one last question. One last question. Best one of all. Had it to do over, would you do it again?
Absolutely. I used to say that if I had it all to do over again, I would become a nurse. I definitely don't have what it takes to be a nurse. There is no question that I would do it all over again. This is what I love to do, and I'm so thankful that I get to do this every day that I can't even believe it sometimes that this is my job. And I got lucky. I got lucky on this.
Dude, that's all I got, man. You killed it, Danny. Thanks, man. Yes. All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. That's what Danny's got to say.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Perfect, dude.
All right, awesome.
Can none get any better than that, Danny?
Good. All right, good.
Okay, let's do it again. I'll record it.